So with your massive reach and influence, how do you balance staying authentic while managing the pressure to create content that appeals to a global audience and keeps your brand commercially sustainable?
Sorry, I have no idea what the question is.
No, it's the kind of, massive influence what you have. How are you, the pressure you are taking care when you are creating content, and that, that keeps your brand commercially sustainable?
How do you keep the brand commercially sustainable?
Yeah.
Okay. That's an impossible question. I don't know. We're all trying. It's all trial and error, really. Sometimes you go too much to the left. Sometimes you go too much to the right. Sometimes you make too many ads. People say, I don't like Nas Daily. Then you make too many non-ads. Then you go bankrupt, right? It's like you have to balance. Life is all about balance. And so there's no right answer to this. You just have to find it out. Good luck.
The funny thing is, this question is not mine. This question is from AI.
Okay, well, that was an average question. And was that OpenAI? It's OpenAI? ChatGPT 4 or 3? 3? 4. So you pay for OpenAI. Okay, that's good. Let's do a woman. Hard question? Not an AI question. Go ahead.
Hi. A little bit of AI question. Something related to ma'am earlier asked, right? The internet is a little more brutal to women. So with a lot of deepfake AI videos coming up, what role do you see, or what responsible role do you see content creators like yourselves playing? And how, any comments on how the scenario will evolve with that?
That's a very good question. What are we going to do when all my face and your face is now with AI and people are impersonating you and me? So there are some things I look at as your problem, and other things I view it as someone else's problem. So who is responsible for fixing that problem? It's actually not you, and it's not me. It's not my responsibility to go make sure people don't impersonate me. It's Facebook's responsibility, it's LinkedIn's responsibility, and YouTube's responsibility. So it's our job as governments, and this is why you want a smart government that understands these threats, and to go tell the social media platforms, fix deep fakes, or you're banned. And I think that is the most important thing that we must do. But that being said, it's scary, but it is very exciting, okay? So if I go right now on Instagram and I open my feed, 100% of what I see is humans. In the next 5 years, if I open up Instagram and I go to my feed, it will be 70% AI, 30% humans. So humans are going to disappear from social media. It's going to be called AI plus humans media. Now, that is your opportunity. For the longest time, why do you think Nas Daily succeeded? Why did Nas Daily succeed? Because I'm young, because I speak English, because I can shout, and because I don't think I'm ugly. I'm not pretty, but I'm not ugly. But everything I said was luck. So I got lucky, and that's why I built Nas Daily, because I grew up like this. And people liked the way I look and the way I talk. But what if you grew up and you don't speak English? What if you grew up too short, too tall? What if you don't have the characteristics that people expect of social media and Hollywood? That is where AI becomes your best friend. And that is the opportunity. If today 10 million people, or let's say 1 million people can build a Nas Daily in the world, in 2 years, 100 million people can build a Nas Daily and create content. It'll be free, It'll be AI driven. You can create any character you want. You can give it American accent, Indian accent, British accent, Australian accent, and you can go viral and compete with me. In 5 years, you can become a better creator than me because humans is just not enough. You want extra human to become viral on social media. So that is exciting. Don't be scared about the deep fakes. Be excited about the potential of AI. Hope that helps. Let's do man. Hard question? Hard question. Go ahead.
Hi, I would like to ask you one question. It's like you said, built in India and sell in USA. So consider there are behavioral differences, cultural differences, use case differences. How you will tackle that? Consider I'm building an app like that is 30 minutes medicine delivery in pan-India. That is need in India, but doesn't, I think that is need in USA. How you have to tackle?
That's a great question because a lot of people have this problem. I was just walking around and I was seeing the technology products of the startups. And the minute you open the product, you can tell it's made in India. And then the minute you open another product, you can tell it's made in Silicon Valley. And then it's like, and it's the very small differences, like the font, right? If you compare products made in Silicon Valley versus outside Silicon Valley, the font in Silicon Valley is just beautiful. While I think a lot of Indian startups use system font, which is the most basic, fastest font to load because of the internet or whatever. I think it starts with design. Not company idea, but rather design. My advice, if you want to build something for Denmark, hire a designer from Denmark, but the engineers from India. If you want to build something for America, hire a designer in America. I really think the way something looks is the main reason why people use a product or don't use a product. If it's for me or not for me. It's even the copy, what do you say on the website? Like if you say on the website, my product is perfect, it is not Jugaad, for example. No one will understand what Jugaad means outside India. So you need to make cultural references to the country you're operating in. So hire a designer and a copywriter. That's it. Good luck. Let's do woman. Man, woman, man, woman. Right there. Stand up. Make it sensitive.
Hi, at the expense of losing out on businesses, followers and consumers, how important do you think it is for founders across the world to remain authentic while they're dealing with media or just on social media? Because so I write for a newspaper and founder community here and generally the whole of Southeast Asia, they're a lot more sensitive in letting their authentic selves be known, but we don't see that, maybe in the US circles when they're having to talk about the US presidential elections. So what are your thoughts on this?
Great question. Should I be authentic or should I be more polished on social media? If you ask me that question 10 years ago, I would say you should be polished. You should have a suit and a tie and you should speak well and speak short and sound like you went to Harvard. If you ask me that question today, I would say pretend like you've never gone to college, get rid of the suit and tie, and talk to me like I am your friend. There is something in the world called fake radar. Our radar for detecting what is fake and what is not. If I come here today and I say, it is my greatest pleasure to be here, you would realize I am trying to be more polite than I actually am. And you people, what they love, they don't love facts, they don't love knowledge, they love authenticity. And I believe this is why Trump won, because even though whatever he says you disagree with, no one says he's fake. Everybody says, well, this guy is just, everything he thinks he says. And that is why people like him in America, I think. So I think 2024 and beyond, authenticity is what matters, which means do not hire a PR firm, which means do not type with hashtags. Hashtags is corporate. You don't even need to capitalize. Like now on Twitter, I stopped capitalizing. I'm typing to you like I'm typing to my friend. Today, I'm talking to you like I'm talking to my friend. And that's why you're listening, because I'm not trying to be somebody that I'm not. So who are you really? Put that on the internet. A lot of people will hate you for it. But that's the point. When you try to